Good evening, everyone. My name is Vince, and welcome to the channel. I wanted to do this very special Friday evening live stream with all of you. So, if you have any questions or comments, remember to type at VCG Construction if they're directed to me, so I could get you your answer, or I could respond. DeWALT has four new tool accessories that they're bringing to the marketplace. One is more interesting than the next, or each is more interesting than the next. Here's the thing, though. A lot of you, when doing other reviews or introducing other accessories from DeWALT, have had your reservations and left your comments. And here's the thing. After using their accessories for some time, I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel about these new offerings. But before we do that, I want to give you all of the information possible. I want to say hello to the Mod Squad for being here and the members. Hello, Jason Reynolds, Ricardo Cintron, and Crazy Mike. Now, I've done a whole bunch of content based on DeWALT's tool accessories, and I think that for the most part, they do a good job. But these new introductions, I've seen some things going around about them, comments, questions. A lot of you have asked us and DM'd a lot of some of this information to us, and I kind of wanted to lead it off at the pass because it's troubling when so many tradespeople have questions about what's going on when it comes to these tool accessories. That's why I wanted to make this standalone piece of content, and I wanted to get your feedback and talk to you as well. Now, here's the deal. We're going to start with two that I feel are they're very interesting. Hello, David Feldman. How are you? He says, hello, gang. Now hit the like button. Now here's the deal. We're going to start with these two. I feel that they're very interesting. DeWALT says, transforming the trades, DeWALT introduces the Impact Connect system, a revolutionary new line of attachments to perform jobs fast with less effort. And along with that statement and what they're saying comes a question in itself. But I'm going to tell you a little bit more about these. It says DeWALT unveils Impact Connect copper pipe and PVC PEX pipe cutter attachments that quickly convert, this is the important part, quickly convert select impact drivers into fast, powerful cutting tools. DeWALT, a Stanley Black Decker brand and leader in total job site solutions, today announced the DeWALT Impact Connect system, a new line of attachments to quickly convert select impact drivers into fast cutting tools. Now, here's the thing. There is in the description below, I have kind of a description that talks about these two attachments. And then to help everybody that's watching this, there's a list of the compatible impact drivers. They're not necessarily all DeWALT. You don't need to be on the DeWALT platform to use these DeWALT tool accessories. Pretty cool. I like that part. Now it goes on to say, designed to improve user productivity and provide unmatched value, the DeWALT Impact Connect system is rolling out with two attachments, a copper pipe cutter attachment, and the product number is there. You can find that down in the description. And a PVC PEX pipe cutter attachment that quickly attach to select DeWALT 20-volt max and other pro-grade 18-volt impact drivers, turning them into powerful cutting tools. Then goes on to say, the DeWALT Impact Connect line is a revolutionary new addition to the wide range of tools and accessories tradespeople typically reach for on the job site, said Doug Redpath, president of Hand Tools and Accessories and Storage at Stanley Black Decker. Instead of purchasing, this is important, separate dedicated pipe cutter tools, Impact Connect attachments leverage the power of users' current impact drivers to perform the job quickly with less cutting effort. It says the DeWALT Impact Connect copper pipe cutter attachment and PVC pipe cutter attachment are the first offerings within the DeWALT platform and are ideal for pipe fitting, plumbing, HVAC, and home renovation. Designed to boost user productivity, the attachments require 100 times less cutting effort than a manual cutter. With the quick change brace system, the attachments are connected in seconds, allowing seamless conversion from pipe cutting tools to a traditional impact driver. Okay, it sounds kind of similar to their shear. This is DWACPRIR. This is years and years old. If you wanted to find out about the DWACPRIR, you go to this video here, okay? I want to give you, it sounds similar. There are some differences, number one. Number two, here's the thing. I'm going to use the feedback that we've gotten from these new attachments, the Impact Connect, and also the feedback we got from the DWACPRIR here. And after releasing this video years ago and reading the comments over the years, and you can go and read those comments. You'll see that they're there. I want to give my honest opinion of these new attachments. Number one, let's go back to what they're telling us about the new attachments, so we can tackle this head on. It says the DeWALT Impact Connect copper pipe cutter attachment features, it says, 4 times faster cuts with up to 1 inch maximum cut capacity. So you're able to cut up to 1 inch of copper pipe. It says a 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch cutting wheel optimized for cutting performance and speed. 1 inch cutting wheel sold separately. So here's the thing. It's not necessarily, from what I'm hearing, it's not necessarily adjustable. You have to be cut. And this brings up kind of the point that I'm going to be talking about in a minute. So it sounds like you have to fit your cutter with the wheel that you're going to need to do your work with. It says ultra sharp blade makes clean, efficient cuts through K, L, and M copper pipe. Exceptional maneuverability with 360-degree rotation to cut at any angle. Okay. So now you have the specifications for the copper pipe cutter. Let's talk about the DeWALT Impact Connect PVC and PEX pipe cutter. It says 6 times faster with up to 2-inch cut capacity in Schedule 80 PVC. An ultra-sharp blade for clean, square cuts, exceptional maneuverability, and 360-degree rotation to cut at any angle. Okay? That's what it says at first. We're going to go through the rest after I say this. If you have questions about what I'm telling you or what you're seeing, please type at VCG Construction, and I'm going to go over what I really think about these first two initially, and then I will go through your comments, and I will do my best to answer your comments as well. This is interactive, okay? That's why we're doing a live stream with this. We want to answer them in real time. So the best way for me to see your comment is to please type at VCG Construction. Now, it goes on to say that the DeWALT Impact Connect copper pipe cutter attachment and Impact Connect PVC PEX pipe cutter attachment will be available in late 2022. So that means they should be becoming available now, where DeWALT products are sold. Now, here's the thing. I'm not presently seeing them anywhere for sale. So if you know where that is, please either put it in the chat or put it in the comment section. This way I could buy them and review them, because I am very interested in testing these out. Now, I'm not going to go through all of the impact drivers that are compatible with this, but I will let you know that the full list is in the description below. Now, here's the thing. I want to go over the asterisks that are part of the release. It says maximum national voltage, blah, blah, battery voltage is, and so it talks about battery voltage on the DeWALT platform. I don't know. Some of you might find this interesting. DeWALT's 20-volt max battery platform is max. So sometimes people say, oh, DeWALT is 20 volt, Milwaukee is 18 volt. They are both 20 volt and 18 volt. One is a nominal rating and one is a max rating. Both of them are 20 volt max. Both of them are 18 volt nominal, if that makes any sense. If you have any further questions about that, you can leave them down in the comment section or put them in the chat. That's number one, okay? They go on with 2 asterisks to say 100 times less cutting effort than a manual cutter. It says on average, using the WACPRIR attachment and wow, so they've really laid this out. It says on average, using the WACPRIR attachment, a DCB204 battery in a DeWALT DCF887 impact driver versus a LENOX 14830TS1 tubing cutter, which is a 1/2-inch type L copper cutter, or they're cutting 1/2-inch type L copper, and the WAPVCIR attachment, blah 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 blah. So their stats are based on LENOX cutters, manual cutters. It's pretty funny. They're competing against their own cutter because Stanley Black Decker not only owns DeWALT, it also owns LENOX. It's a pretty fun fact. It does say it's 4 times faster on average. It's 4 times faster on average than cutting with a LENOX tubing cutter, okay, whether it be copper, okay, and then it goes on to say 6 times faster on average with the PVC PEX cutter than the LENOX ratcheting PEX cutter. So it's all their comparisons are against their sister company, LENOX, which is owned by Stanley Black Decker. So they didn't go outside and compare it to like a rigid cutter or a Milwaukee cutter. Now, here's the thing. Here's where my reservation comes in at. So Jasu Delgado had a question. He says, what is the price? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know at the moment. I don't have that information. I'm sorry I couldn't answer it for you, Jasu Delgado. Here's my reservation, and you're watching it. A lot of you, over time, say that this doesn't make sense. An attachment doesn't make sense because you need to occupy an impact driver. And this is what I really think. There are instances, and for instance, this has been upgraded to a DeWALT 887. This is an 885. So this was their top of the line impact driver before the 887, right? So pretty much the wash shearer here, the shear, stays on here. But a lot of you were saying it doesn't make sense to buy these attachments when you can buy a dedicated tool for a little bit more money. And a little bit more money is always a relative statement, right? Here's the thing. I think that there is an argument for that. If you are fitting copper and PVC and PEX or whatever it may be, day in and day out, and it makes sense to buy a dedicated tool, then you should do that, okay? You should do that. The reality is, though, if you are a one-man gang, okay, and you are a handyman, or you're maybe even do home renovation, and you're not a plumber, and these accessories could benefit you by saving you some time, then maybe you should invest in them. Now, people will say there's no good way to use these. I'm cutting my pipe. Where's my impact driver to fasten it into place? Here's the way. This is the way I found it would work best when you're using attachments like this. You do all of your rough fitting and cutting. Let's just say PEX or PVC. PVC would be a great example. You'd do all of your fitting first. You'd make all of your cuts first. You'd leave, and this is how you'd be most efficient. You're not going to want to switch back and forth. You're going to want to make all of your PEX cuts first. Then you'd take your attachment off, you'd get your hangers or whatever it may be, and then you'd fit your pipe all at one time. You'd set all your hangers, you'd be done with your PVC installation. Then you'd move into fitting your copper, and you'd do the same thing. You'd put your copper cutting attachment onto your impact driver. Let's just say, and I'm talking as someone that has been in the same position you have. You might have one impact driver. You're on a budget. You can't, because if you could buy multiple impact drivers and leave the accessories on those impact drivers, you would just buy a dedicated tool at that point, would you not? Right? So you would do the same thing with your copper. You'd fit your copper cutting attachment or accessory onto your tool, your impact driver. You'd make all of your cuts in copper. You do all your dry fitting. You then take off your copper cutting attachment, and you'd go back to using your impact to put your hangers in place or your straps or whatever it may be. But this is the thing, knocking out all of those cuts at one time with your accessory is going to speed you up anyway. You don't want to be switching back and forth. So that would be the first. This is how I really feel about it. You'd have to use it in that manner for it to make sense. Number one. Number two, if you are a plumber and you're doing a tremendous amount of this work, yeah, I agree with you. You're going to want to buy a dedicated tool. You're not going to want to have an accessory. You're not going to want to. So yes and yes. There is a place for the accessories. Yes, there's a place for dedicated tools. Now, I don't have a price point. I'm very interested in getting a price point at some point. So forgive me, I don't have it at the moment. But as I get it, the price, I probably will have the tool at that point. We could evaluate this better. We have two more DeWALT accessories, okay, that we're going to be talking about that I find very interesting. I will admit though, these pipe cutting accessories really look cool. I have to admit it. But before I do that, I want to answer some of your questions if you have them. Hopefully you've typed at VCG Construction so I could see them. Let's take a look. And I want to answer the best ones. Okay. Let's get in here. And we're going to go over our poll as well. It says, throwing a pair of tin snips on a drill or impact is okay and has a practical use, but coming from an HVAC background, I don't see the practical use for tubing cutters on the drill. Big and awkward. Okay, I appreciate the feedback, Jason Reynolds. And here's the thing. The reality is that, and I find it pretty funny, Jason, that you've brought it up in this manner. I agree with Jason's comment. If you look at the instances where they have these cutters in use, well, let's go back to, this would be fine, right? This would be fine. And obviously, this is not going to replace your tubing cutters. You're going to use these tubing cutters in conjunction with your maxi cutters and your regular cutters. There is a picture in here. I'm not seeing it at the moment. Let's take a look and see if I could find it. But it's this one here. It's this one right here. They have it. Hopefully this won't start playing. They have the gentleman using this cutter in what seems to be close quarters, right? And this is the funny part about this whole thing. You can see his hand holding the pipe up here in place. And you could see the pipes moving away from this joist. And they have the cutter right up against the joist. I would agree with Jason Reynolds in this. And this is how I really feel about it. I feel like this picture is a photo op. If we look at the PVC, you'll see that we have a 90 going straight up, right up against this rim joist over here. I don't know that this wasn't just put in place just to make these photos. And I would agree that this would not be ideal for this cutter. Where it would be ideal and could potentially speed people up would be in assembling in advance, okay? Where you're making pre-assemblies and you're and you're doing work on the ground, making like here, where you're making multiple cuts out of your bundle of copper, or maybe you are cutting out a hot water tank. I could see that where there's easy access. That is where these will speed you up. Definitely not in close quarters. Maybe it is compact, but it doesn't seem compact. It could speed you up, not in close quarters is my thing. I think that the shear will make, I think that the shear, PVC shear, is a tool that will help you to be more effective. I think that you're going to get much cleaner cuts than using, let's just say, an oscillating multi-tool or even a recip saw. I think you're going to get a better finished product if you're using a shear. And I would think personally, I think you can be effective with a multi-tool or a recip saw, but the reality is that I think that you'd probably be better served using a hand shear as opposed to a recip saw or an oscillating multi-tool. But this would probably do an even better job for you. That's just how I really feel about it. Okay, so they have a time, they have a place to make you more effective. And putting a system in place is what's going to allow you to be more effective. I wonder if my face is all covered up in the body. You might not even be able to see me the way that it is now. There. Now you can see me. Okay. Let's see if there's any other comments here. Basic Pixel says it's $119 for pre-order. I just buy the M12 pipe cutter for $159 at that point. Basic Pixel, I don't necessarily disagree with you. Scooter McDuder says, but does it do dovetails? You could possibly make it work to make dovetails. I highly doubt it, though. I would probably just buy a dovetail tool, my friend. Lucky Shot says, I'm looking at buying Milwaukee M18 fuel combo for $5.99. Get a free tool. That has nothing to do with anything we're talking about. Catch us tomorrow night on the live stream. We'll talk about that then. It says, did DeWALT give you early access to this tool, bro? They did not, Green Phoenix. It says, about some demos, bro. See, we can. So I would like to get them as soon as I can get my hands on it. Like I said, if you can tell me, if some of you can leave it in the comments or even in the chat here, maybe I could revisit. The comment section would probably be better. I'd like to pick it up for purchase. I will buy them so we can demo them. Thanks for all the info, brother, says Z-Man, says cheers. Now, here's the deal. If you like the content, please smash the like button. It will just take you just a second to close the chat. Hit the like button. It's free for you to do. It doesn't cost you a dime. And it helps out the channel immensely. So if you're watching and you're still tuned in, there's 200 of you here. There's not even 100 likes yet. If you're still watching, I would assume that you like what you're watching. Please hit the like button. It doesn't cost you a dime. Plus, it tells YouTube to allot us more bandwidth so that the audio-visual quality improves on the stream. Thank you very much. Lawnmower says, I have an apprentice cut the pipe and tubing. Oh, that makes sense there, Lawnmower. But even at that point, an attachment like this might make them more productive and make for better cuts. Possibly, Lawnmower. Now, I'd like to move into the two other attachments DeWALT has announced, and they announced them this week. They seem very interesting as well. And I'm kind of shocked that they've gone this direction for these, and they find that there's what's the word I'm looking for? Such a demand. I find that very interesting, actually. And let's go on over here. And I want to get you all the information. We're going to open with. There we are. Now, I'm going to put this on repeat, and then I'm going to give you all the information on that. Before I move on, I'm going to look over at the chat and see if there is any questions. Remember, type at VCG Construction. It allows me to see your comment better. Thank you so much. Okay. It looks like we're good to go. Oh, yeah. If you wanted to help out the channel, another way is to head on over to merch store and grab some merch. Okay? Maybe you're not about super chats, and I understand that. You want to get a little bit something for your money. You can see we have hats, we have hoodies, t-shirts. I think they're down here in your right-hand corner. But here's the thing. We're looking at, it says DeWALT launches Flex Torque Square Drive Modular Right Angle Attachments. Now, here's the thing. You'd say, well, they already have a bunch of attachment, right angle drill attachments. What's so revolutionary about this? Well, there is a difference with these. Okay, and I'm going to read it to you. It says, redefine accessibility with new Flex Torque Square Drive modular right angle attachments available in either 1/4 inch, which would be the DWAPVCIR 14FT, or the 3/8 of an inch DWAPVCIR 38FT. Crazy product names, but those are it. Square drives. It says the sockets seamlessly attach, eliminating the need for additional socket adapters. The forged gears withstand tough applications and provide up to 10 times longer life, while the 2-in-1 design allows users to quickly switch between standard and ultra-compact attachments. It also goes on to say, it says part of the Flex Torque modular right angle system, you can now command even tight spaces available where DeWALT products are sold. And it says DeWALT Flex Torque right angle compact head attachment has 10 times longer life versus, this is where I found it funny, Milwaukee's right angle attachment, 48-32-2100 on average. Okay, using DeWalt's impact driver 887. So for both. Now here's the thing. Find it pretty interesting that the automotive field has, and this is the thing, they're obviously using these right angle attachments with adapters. They're using adapters with these so that they can fit into tighter spaces. They also are using, you can see here, these new right angle attachments, which have able to accept sockets directly, 1/4 inch and 3/8. You can make them even more compact than these yellow style. They have handles to hold them in place. Here's my question for all of you. Do you find that this would be an asset? Do you? And I will say this. Some people that are like, oh, you could just get a right angle drill. These right angle attachments, if you've been in tight quarters, you will know these right angle attachments will get you in tight spots that you cannot get into a lot of times with right angle drills. So they are an asset to have. My question is, do my automotive technicians and mechanics, are you using these? And did you ask for these attachments? I really want to know. I'm interested. I want to know. And here's the thing. I think that there is, these attachments are so inexpensive, they just make sense, 100% sense for everybody, because these have gotten me out of jams totally in a lot of instances. But you can see right here, look at that. I want to go back to that. Are my automotive mechanics, are you using these in those capacities? I want to know. You can see they have it here demonstrated. And would you use it that way? And here's the thing. Why not just use it straight on at that point? I know they're using it for demonstration purposes. It almost looks like they're taking out like part of a skid plate. I don't know. It's tough to call, but I want to know. So we have some questions and some super chats, it seems. We have some ats. I'm going to let this run. And remember, all the information, everything is in the description for you to attach these. First of all, the attachments, these right angle automotive attachments or square drive attachments, they should be, you can use them with any impact driver or drill driver for that matter, number one. The list for the tubing cutters, the full attachment, the full impact driver list is in the description to make the information more accessible for you. Try to help do my part. I want to say thank you to Stephen Lee for his $2 holla. Says, hello, VCG. The like button is smashed, and I appreciate that very much. Steven Rogers is here, the $1 million man, or Captain America, Or Mr. Rogers, as we lovingly call him, says, how's it going? We appreciate that $5 holla. Thank you so much. You know, the super chats help because Verizon does not allow us to stream to the interwebs for free. So thank you very much. Let's go to the questions. It said, Hybrid Mod says, this adapter seems pointless considering if you already own the 1/4-inch hex adapter, you can buy a socket adapter and throw sockets on for cheaper. This could be true. I would not disagree with you, Hybrid Mods. The thing is, though, if you are truly trying to get into tight spots, do you want to have the extra length that an adapter might, cost? That would be the... And these adapters, these right-angle drill attachments are very inexpensive. So it could make more sense, or to your point, might not make sense. Crazy Mike says, people, if you like what VCG Construction is doing, hit the hitchhiker button. It's free for you to do. It doesn't cost you a dime. Let me see here. Scooter McDuder. How you doing? You got a good name, Scooter McDuder. Listen, I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, hanging out, looking over these new attachments from DeWALT. Leave it down in the comment section below. What do you think? What is the most interesting to you? I got to tell you, I like the pipe cutters, to be honest with you. I really find them interesting. But we want to know down below which one you find the most interesting and which way you find it could help you in your job. We ran a poll in the chat tonight. We have 318 votes. It says, who makes your favorite tool accessories? I really thought I was going to have a landslide. The listed were Diablo, DeWALT, Milwaukee Tool, and Malco. Coming in last place is Malco. And the funny part is that a lot of people say that Malco makes some of the best tool accessories, especially for HVAC. They got 3% of the vote. Coming in third place is Diablo, which I find unbelievably confusing because Diablo makes all types. That's their whole business. They make tool accessories. They came in third place with 19%. Coming in third place. Coming in second place usually is the brand of tools here on VCG Construction that wins landslides. Is Milwaukee Tool at 36%, and coming in first place as far as your favorite tool accessories was DeWALT at 42%. Landslide victory. I want to say a special thank you to the moderators for being here, helping to keep the chat G-rated. Everybody knows that the best way to get from A to Z around here is to keep it VCG rated. If they have a blue wrench next to their name, please consider checking out their channel, because they're probably a creator. They're not only a moderator here on the YouTube, on our YouTube channel on VCG Construction, they're probably a creator here on the YouTube platform. Check out their channel. If you like what you're saying, consider getting subscribed. Let me see here. Hybrid Mode says, would be a lot better if they made the adapter with swappable heads, where you can buy one adapter, and the heads would be like $10. Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea as well, Hybrid Mods. You know what? If you've been around here long enough, you'll know that there's always a Gen 1, and then there's improvement in Gen 2, and then there's a Gen 3, 4, and 5. So who knows? Maybe they will make that change in the future. Scooter McDuder says Diablo's third. Do you even sawzall, bro? Scooter McDuder. Scooter, you're my duder, Scooter McDuder. Listen, everybody, I hope you have a great Friday. Listen, if you're out there enjoying happy hour, remember, if you're driving, don't drink. And if you're drinking, don't drive. Appreciate every single one of you for being here. Make sure to get subscribed and tap the bell. We have exclusive tool deals coming out next week that you'll only be able to get here on this channel. No matter how hard you'll Google search it anywhere else, you're not going to find them. So make sure you're subscribed because the savings are huge. You're not going to want to miss out on that. Everybody, I hope you have a great weekend. I hope to see you tomorrow on the next video. Steve Rogers says, yo, cuz, ever consider doing a meet and greet in Philly or New Jersey? Steve Rogers, I consider it all the time. The problem is that what happens, and we do the meet and greets when we're out at events, but the next time, what I will do, Steve Rogers, is the next time we're at an event, I will have the meet and greet. I consider it all the time. I love, everybody knows that's ever met me in person. I love meeting up with all of you. So yes, Steve Rogers. I didn't realize you were in Philadelphia. We will, when we are when we're at our next event, we will do the meet and greet. Appreciate you bringing it up. Jay Bentley he seems like he's in this field, so I want to read his comment. It says, I work in a PVC pipe production plant, and when starting up lines, I have to cut a lot of scrap PVC pipe. I was thinking about getting the Milwaukee cutters, but now I might wait. I'm in DeWALT. I'm wondering, does Milwaukee even have a PVC pipe cutter? I don't believe they do. I know they have, I have the M12 tubing cutter, PVC tubing cutter. I'm confused. Okay. Listen, everybody, I appreciate every single one of you for being here with me on Friday evening. Everybody, I hope to see you on the next one. Hope you enjoyed the content, and if you did, hit the like button. Peace out, everybody.
Video's over, but I know you want more. So this is how you're going to get it. First thing you need to do is pretend you're this guy, and you're here in the birthplace of freedom. Now ring that bell like it's 1776 and let all notifications through. What? You're not subscribed yet? Well, smash this button here. After that, watch this video here, here, and maybe over here. See you later.